I'm Jackie Long. I love food. I also love football. I'm traveling across the country and meeting up with my football player friends to indulge in their go-to dishes at their favorite spots. Your favorite athletes, their favorite foods, and me, Jackie. This is Jack of All Tastes. Nashville is a city best known as the home of country music, but my sources here tell me it's so much more than that, so I had to come check it out. My friends know that I need to see a great food scene. The Titans have only been around since 1997. However, the franchise goes way back to the days of the Houston Oilers. My dear Titans friends, Taylor Lewan, Anthony Fasano, and Landyn Hutchinson, know that I have an adventurous palate. So, loosen your belt, Nashville. Fix me a plate. I am here and ready to eat. I'm here on South Broadway, or as the Nashville locals call it, So Grow. I'm meeting up with Taylor Lewan of the Nashville, Tennessee Titans, and he is taking me to a place called the Southern Steak and Oyster. Let's go in and check it out. So Taylor, we're in Nashville now. You're a Tennessee Titan.
If you're looking for like a city to live in and to play football, like this is the best place you could ever ask for.
How did you find the Southern?
So like Southern's like one of the first places I went to eat. Ever since then, I've loved it. Like the barbecue shrimp, the steak, everything is money.
What exactly are you going to be introducing me to today?
Okay, so barbecue shrimp needs to happen. That's like the #1 thing. Comes as a full shrimp, the head on top. It's awesome. You ever had crawfish?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a foodie?
Boil. Do you consider
I do
yourself
not
a
consider
foodie?
myself a foodie at all.
Why is that?
Because I just feel like, I will say food connoisseur.
A food connoisseur.
Food connoisseur. Like, I will go in and I'll dissect whatever's going on here.
Okay, well, listen, Mr. Food Connoisseur. I also heard that you like the nudie soup steak.
I am all about the nudie stew steak.
you love
yes.
here?
You go, you pick it out yourself.
You have your own selection?
Exactly how you want it.
Oh, wait, a custom tailored steak?
Oh my God, I love it.
I can't wait to check it out.
Let's do it.
So usually I like to be in charge when it comes to picking my food, but Taylor seemed to know what he's doing. All right, Taylor, this is a pretty cool process. We walk just right up here and we select what we're gonna order.
This is the biggest part of the day right here. The chef with a handsome beard telling you what's what and what's happening.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you know what we got here. Now, the steaks in the front, these are bone-in, dry-aged ribeyes.
Beautiful.
And we sell them just as they're cut, so you choose whichever one you like.
That's the one I want right there.
Yes.
Okay, bone in.
Now we're gonna weigh it, and our grill has no gas. It's just a firebox. We burn hickory in it. We're gonna throw some salt and pepper on this, and that's it. Because these are so thick and they have the bone in them, I would say medium rare.
I say we take the chef's
I
recommendation.
think that's the only thing to do in the situation.
I agree.
Medium
with you.
rare it is. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
up.
very
y'all.
much.
Thank you, Chef Matt. Now that we got the ordering out of the way, it's time to eat. So Taylor,
Yes.
this is the barbecued shrimp. When you said barbecued shrimp, I had something totally different in my mind.
I don't know how they cook it. I do know it's delicious. You gotta always dip. Just give it a nice dive in. You wanna get a little tap there? Nice. That's unbelievable.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can't beat that. Like angels floating on a cloud, cruising into your mouth, giving your taste buds just a little too much excitement.
Dive into the pool
Dive it in,
of wonder.
where legends are born. I'm proud of the way you're handling this thing right now. It's big time.
Kind of hope that I leave smelling like this.
Honestly, if you did, I think Jake would be a lot happier. Well, clearly Taylor thought the shrimp was finger-licking good. Now we gotta dive into this steak.
Ooh, our steak.
Yes, look at this.
Looks like it's worth interrupting for.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm cutting this in half. Like, you're taking half this, dude.
No, honey, I'm gonna be bold.
That's you?
Yeah.
I feel like this is wrong somehow. Look at that.
Guys, can we talk about this
That thing is
piece
like,
of meat?
look at this, like dripping. Cheers.
Whoa. There is such a beautiful crunchy crust on the outside. I like this. I love the Southern. I'm so glad that Taylor brought us here. What a great place. Wow, that was insanely delicious.
It's an unbelievable steak.
Thank you so much for bringing me to the Southern in
You are
Nashville.
so very welcome.
Oh, now I'm kind of excited because I get to go back in the kitchen and see how everything is prepared.
I'm jealous.
I know, you
I'm
should
very
be.
jealous. I kind of
It's
am,
gonna be
right?
fun. Thank you so much. Chef Matt, you gotta let me in on the secret with these barbecue shrimp. Those barbecue shrimp were delicious. I can't wait to find out how you make them.
The boss said I need Barbecue shrimp, like not barbecue, like tomato-based sauce. New Orleans style barbecue.
South of somewhere, right?
That's right.
This dish starts with the compound butter.
All the compound butter is butter and different spices and ingredients whipped into it. We're gonna start with some shallot.
Nicely diced.
This is a proprietary spice mix that we have made called Shucking Hot.
Shucking hot.
That's right. It's mainly red pepper or cayenne and salt and paprika. We're gonna put some parsley, lots of garlic, paprika, a little black pepper, Worcestershire. I'm gonna put the lemon juice after we run this motor a little bit.
All right, perfect. Blend that all up. And then we're slowly adding the lemon juice.
So there you have it. That's it. That's,
Yum.
That's the barbecue butter. Now to make the dish, get a hot pan.
Start with some
Start
nice
with
butter.
some clarified butter. And we use head-on Gulf shrimp for this dish.
Woo! Shucking hot, guys.
Oh, yeah. Next, we're gonna add some chopped garlic and onion.
Oh, look at that color they're getting. So beautiful.
New Orleans style. And I've had lots of people from New Orleans come in the restaurant and say, that's the real thing. I haven't had it like that since I was home. Which is a good thing for me. All right, at this point, we're gonna deglaze with a little white wine.
All right. Here you are, sir.
And then we're gonna add our barbecue butter.
Nice, healthy helping
Yeah,
of
we're
that
gonna hit it pretty good. Turn the heat down a little
compound butter. Let's plate it.
bit. All right. You just line them up on there.
Just lay them down. A little
Yes, and-
shrimp bed covered with their saucy blankets.
Yeah, you want the onions, the garlic, everything in there. Finish it with some grilled bread so you can take care of that sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And some chives. And that's it.
Wow, Chef Matt, this looks amazing.
Thank you.
All right, I think I might dive into this.
I've never seen anybody eat this twice in one day. You haven't said anything, but thank you.
I know we're in Music City. I kind of wish I could sing about this, but you really don't want me to sing.
Okay.
So I'll just keep eating. So I'm here in Music Row, the heart of Music City. I'm meeting up with my friend Anthony Fasano, the tight end for the Nashville, Tennessee Titans, and he's taking me to a restaurant called La Selle. So I did a little reading up on it, and apparently they have a modern take on French cuisine that makes the food exciting and approachable. Apparently there's nothing like it in Nashville. I can't wait to check it out. Anthony, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much for bringing me to La Selle.
Of course.
What an interesting restaurant. I was not picking this for you. I mean, you are like such a swarthy Italian man. I was thinking you'd totally bring me to some little pizzeria. Tell me why you brought us to La Selle.
It just happened when I signed with Tennessee. A really good childhood friend of mine became a restaurant GM here. It has great energy. It's almost like a hipster New York place in the middle of Nashville. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's a really eclectic vibe. It's really cool. Tell me a little bit more about the food we're gonna have today.
So even though it's a French restaurant, modern French restaurant, I still have to kind of stick to my roots and comfort food. I had to go sort of a Mediterranean dish. We're gonna start with a smoked tomato and eggplant burrata, and then we have to go to good old steak for dinner.
Anthony is definitely serious about food. If food is involved and Anthony's there, you know it's gonna be good. I know you and your wife, Carrie, you guys both cook a lot together, right?
We do. We love cooking at home together. I end up going on a grill a lot and doing the Italian dishes. I grew up kind of in a New Jersey Italian household, and I think I had pasta every Sunday my whole childhood until I left for college. And then she had a lot of Midwestern kind of casserole type dishes.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of mold her into the Italian culture and lifestyle and getting a bunch of quality foods. We went to Italy and had cooking lessons, lived on a ranch and did all that stuff, so.
That's amazing. I think I actually benefited from your trip because you guys gave us a wedding gift of a pizza stone and an Italian cookbook that was inspired from your trip. And I was like, all right, nice.
Here we are.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
A little smoked tomato and eggplant, a little burrata on top, dozen bakery baguette.
All right, so let's dig in. Look at that.
It's pretty awesome.
Wow. Oh my gosh. The first thing that hits me is the smokiness of the eggplant, but then you've got the light, fluffy, creamy burrata, and then there's like this added acidity with the tomato.
I think it's pretty simple ingredients, but really done well.
So good. Oh, beautiful.
raw.
The presentation is amazing.
Hanger steak, cooked mid-rare, and then a little panzanella salad. Little radishes, romaine, little herb puree running around the back edge of the dish.
Gorgeous.
Yes, bring it on the side.
There's so much going on here. These microgreens kind of bring in their own like earthy spiciness to really complement the steak. It's almost peppery. It's really cool. It's like a lighter way to serve a heavier dish.
It's not your traditional heavy steakhouse steak where you feel like you have to go to bed afterwards.
So when you and Carrie are cooking at home, are you guys really into organic stuff? Do you eat a lot of, greens and protein? What do you guys usually eat at home?
Yeah, we try to buy as local and organic as possible. In Nashville, there's a lot of great farm-to-table restaurants and opportunities here. Been really fortunate to be able to kind of stick to those guidelines.
I know that you have a lot of philanthropic endeavors.
This past off-season, I started a drug abuse rehabilitation center in Florida. Kind of a different path for most athletes, but the amount of help and good you can do in people's lives and in kind of an epidemic that's going on in this country with addiction. I look forward to growing that and expanding it and helping more people.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Anthony. But I have to go because the chef is waiting on me because he's going to show me how all this is done.
Well, thanks for having me. Tell him it was delicious.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm kind of nervous about going into this French kitchen. Usually they run a pretty tight ship. Hope I can keep up. I'm here with Chef Jason Brum, and he's going to show me how to create the burrata.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. We do a couple things to start the dish, one of which is we fire up an eggplant actually right on the burner. The skin will just char, giving some caramelization to that eggplant, and we'll just peel it right off, and what's left inside is that really great center. We're going to make the mozzarella in the casing. This is the mozzarella curd. This is what happens when they add the rennet to the milk, and it separates from the water. And then here's the filling for the burrata. I've seen people use ricotta before. There's the stracciatelli method, and then there's what we do, which is we take the curd and we process it with the cream. We've got 2% salt going into the water mixture. You want to make this taste like the sea here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and ladle it right over the cheese curds here. What that's going to do is it's going to sort of break them down and start the melting process. As you can see, it's already starting, right? You have a nice stretch and pull to it.
This is trickier than it looks, guys, but you have to kind of have the right moves. You've got the moves.
I've got moves.
You've got magic moves.
Oh, thank you. We're gonna take the filling, and I want you to make a small ball. We have stretched the mozzarella out. Place the ball right in the center, and we're going to just fold it over and pull and squeeze and twist, and there it is. Do you want to try to squeeze one as well?
Yeah. I can't believe it took him so long to ask me if I wanted to get involved, get my hands dirty. Yes, I do.
Right in the center, fold it over the top, and grab it around, squeeze it with your finger right there, and then pull it up, pat it underneath, like that. Drop it in the ice water. Kitchen credibility, everybody, right here.
Burrata drop.
Son, make the smoked eggplant and tomato mixture that goes underneath the burrata. The San Marzano tomatoes have stewed down. We're gonna add it to the bowl here. And then this is the eggplant. We're gonna need to remove all of the skin. You see that caramelization there? And what you're left with is this really nice, soft, unctuous texture of eggplant. Go ahead and just give this a rough chop. Add all of this to the tomato mixture. We're gonna take our lemon and our trusty microplane. We'll add a touch of sherry vinegar, put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna go ahead and chop our herbs, a Maldon sea salt, and then we're gonna finish with a little cracked black pepper. Go ahead and pull this mixture out. We're gonna pop it not right in the center, but a little on the negative edge there. Burrata, perfect little balls. Go ahead and just cut it right in half, and then we're gonna just go ahead and place 2 right there. Drizzle a little extra virgin olive oil, a little of the Maldon sea salt, cracked black pepper. We'll go ahead and grab our crostini. We'll take those guys right there. Now you can just get it all spread over your bread, and it's a great little dish. And that's the way to start a meal.
This plate is a work of art. We have approachable, delicious, delicate, Mediterranean-style modern French cuisine. Oh, thank you so much, Chef Jason. This has been so much fun.
Thank you.
You rock. So I'm here in this vibrant part of Nashville called the Gulch. I'm meeting up with my friends Landyn and Steve Hutchinson, and they're taking me to their favorite spot, the 404 Kitchen, where Chef Matt Bullis, who's their personal friend and the executive chef, brings them innovative and exciting dishes that go beyond farm to table. I can't wait to see what's in store. Landyn, Steve, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for bringing me to this amazing restaurant.
Oh, yeah, it's our pleasure.
I know that you ended your career in Tennessee with the Titans, but then you fell in love with it here, right? You just ended up in Nashville?
Well, we spent a lot of time all over the map, a bunch of time in Minneapolis, and then when I retired, stayed here. It made sense. We have family in the area, so we love it.
Great. So how did you find this place?
We don't eat out very often, but we do. This is one of our select spots. It's a small restaurant. It's hard to get into. And this is a place we'd come for New Year's Eve dinners, anniversaries. It's very, very excellent dining. And Matt always does an awesome job, and food here you can't beat.
It's so modern, and the lighting is really good. It's edgy. Just what Nashville's becoming now, I feel like.
You mentioned that when you do come here, you don't really order.
No.
No, that's
Tell me
the
about
beauty
that.
of it.
Again, that speaks volumes to Matt, the chef. We just come, we call him up, we say, Matt, we're coming in, we're in the mood for this, or you give him hints, and he runs with it, and we've never had a bad meal.
I love the Hutchinsons, and they've been all over the map, so if they're saying something's good, you know it's gonna be good.
Tonight, Atlantic swordfish crudo and a stone crab and froscatelli.
I loved how you got back to the South Florida roots for us tonight with the stone crab and the swordfish, yeah.
Enjoy, we got more coming for you.
Thanks.
Wonderful. I'm diving in for the stone crab pasta first.
Yeah, that pasta's gonna be crazy.
This homemade pasta is insanely good, and it's tender. And this fresh stone crab, it's like we're in Florida right now. If you told me I'd have the best stone crab pasta of my life in Nashville, I mean, Miami is one thing. Steve and Landyn are from South Florida. But Nashville? It looks like we have some more food that's ready to come our way.
Big night tonight. These are actually brand new tonight. Starting over here, we got North Carolina sunburst trout. Wedge Oak Farms provided the duck egg yolk, which is the yellow on the bottom. The dandelion greens are from Rocky Glade. They're sweetened with the honey from Rocky Glade. This is probably one of my favorite dishes right now. Grilled, sous vide, and braised chicken leg. And it's finished in a kind of a bubbly bath of butter. Tatsoi, and then Jimmy Red Grits, which are an heirloom. About 10 years ago, were almost extinct. I'm excited about both.
So our first course, we went straight East Coast Atlantic. Now we're going back home to
Deep South.
Deep South. Awesome.
Enjoy.
Okay, guys, I don't know about you, but this grilled, sous vide, butter-bathed chicken is calling my name. So many of his ingredients are locally sourced, and not just locally sourced from just anywhere. It's the best of what's nearby.
Right, he prides himself on that.
This chicken is amazing. There's so many layers of flavor, and then the creamy grits to balance it out. So, guys, would you consider yourself foodies?
I think so. I guess it's a double-edged sword. When you have so many friends that are in the culinary world, you get spoiled. So we find ourselves at home trying to invent things and kind of think outside the box when it comes to cooking. And
because you guys both cook a lot, right? You grocery shop together?
Actually, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? Wow, I'm just getting into this trout now. It's super fresh. It's not fishy at all.
The trout's one of those fish that can easily dry out if you don't do it, and that's the opposite of dry.
No, it's moist and incredible. Wow, that was so delicious. Thank you guys so much for having me.
We can do this again, and he'll have something new for us next time.
He seems like a pretty fun guy to hang out with too, so I'm gonna go bug him and see if he's gonna teach me how to make some of this.
We'll bring back some tips.
I will.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you
See ya.
again. Chef Matt, thank you so much for having me in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
I want to learn how to make this chicken. Where do we start?
Well, we get to start on the roof.
On the roof?
On the roof.
You have a grill on the roof.
Got a small kitchen. Chicken legs, to me, the best part of the chicken.
Where do you get these from?
These are Glendale farms. They're born on the farm, raised on the farm, processed on the farm, so they never leave it. And I like to start it skin side down.
About how long do we let these sit on the grill?
Since we're not cooking them to completion on the grill, we're really just looking for that smoky flavor, that char flavor, and then from there, we're gonna bag them.
In the bag, we have butter, a fresh clove of garlic, some thyme, and a bay leaf.
We just put them in this hot water bath. It's gonna cook to 60 degrees Celsius, not a tenth of a degree more, not a tenth of a degree less.
I think what I love the most about this technique is that you're infusing the flavor.
Right, you're not losing any, which is where sous vide started. Now from there, it's time for the bubbly butter bath. We're gonna start with brown butter. So you can see it's starting to smoke. Taking the chicken out, skin side down first.
Skin side down. Oh, you hear that sizzle?
Pop this in the oven.
Okay.
So while the chicken cooks, we're gonna make the grits. These are Jimmy Red Grits. What
Okay.
we're gonna start with is just whole milk. Now we're gonna go to Parmesan style. It's just gonna help them out. They're already delicious. It's just gonna make delicious even better. I'm gonna check on the chicken real quick. Almost.
Oh, look at that. Flawless.
Perfection.
And what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw some fresh thyme, a little bit of butter for you, some lemon in there,
Ooh,
the
add some of
juices,
that
right?
cooking stock in there.
Once this starts to get nice and bubbly, we're gonna baste it. Big spoonfuls of love. I love it when you see these little bubbles as it kind of fries the skin. I'm gonna let them live in the same pan for a minute while we finish the grits. So you get them nice and stirred in, and then you're gonna let it come back up to a boil, which will happen pretty quickly. You eat a lot of grits growing up?
Did I?
Yeah.
I grew up in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, so no grits out there.
The first time you had grits.
I was at space camp in Alabama.
Do you want to be an astronaut?
I was like, to the moon.
To the moon.
So let's plate this up here. We've got a nice little pillow of grits.
Right.
We have local tot soy.
This is neonata. Neonata is like newborn, neonatal.
Okay, so are you telling me there are little babies in here?
Fish, little baby fish.
Little baby fish.
That have been ground up with Calabrian peppers and salt, and then olive oil added. Put a little bit of this around.
Gorgeous artistry.
And then we'll finish it off with one of these. And then I like to, just a little pastry brush. I just think it makes it look super nice. Plus, it's more flavor. And that was the dish you had tonight?
This is why you come to the 404 Kitchen and see Chef Matt Bolus. It's ingredient-driven with locally sourced food where quality is never compromised. I'm so happy we came here. Thank you so much for having
Yeah, it
us.
was great having you in.
Loved every second. Well, my time in Nashville has come to an end, and I'm kind of sad about it. But I did get to meet some insanely talented chefs, and I got to catch up with some great friends. You know, everybody calls this Music City. This is Food City in my book, and I loved every last bite of it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still hungry. Can't wait to see what's next on Jack of All Tastes.